SILVA versus TATSUYA IWASAKI. DAIJIRO MATSUI versus JERREL VENETIAAM. LLOYD Van Damme versus Gary Goodridge. Ernesto Rus versus Sammy Schilt. RODRIGO NOGUEIRA versus Bob Sapp. Don Fry versus Jerome LeBanner. Hidehiko Yoshida versus the Great One, Royce Gracie. And in our main event, Pride versus K1 in the form of MIRKO Krokop facing the legend Kazushi Sakuraba. But if that wasn't enough, we have a very special guest here tonight.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the United States of America, Bill Goldberg!
What's up? Big G, you're in the house. What brings you to Japan?
Dynamite, Shockwave, my friend, the largest martial arts event ever.
This is like the Woodstock of mixed martial arts. We've got K1 champions, we've got Pride champions, and we've got Goldberg, and you're going to join us at ringside as a commentator.
Yeah, you know, I got a couple friends fighting tonight, and I think I'm going to have to call Bob Sapp and Nogueira, and then Don Fry, you know, he's a good buddy of mine, so we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. It's a very exciting night.
Now, Goldberg, you're a huge fan of the sport, right?
Yeah, I've been a fan ever since the first Pride, ever since the first UFC, you know, for a very, very long time. You know, what more of an honor would it be for me to be a part of this when, you know, realistically, I patterned my character after a mixed martial artist.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, man. Bill Goldberg.
It's an honor to be here, guys.
Boss Rutan.
Honestly,
yeah, I'm Stephen Quadros, the fight professor.
Yeah, rub it in.
Let's go down to ringside.
ただいまよりサマーナイトフィーバーダイナマイト格闘技ワールドカップを開催します。以上、オス。
We're going to have K1 fighters, we're going to have Pride fighters, we're going to have Pride fighters fighting in K1 fights and K1 fighters fighting in Pride fights. And it's just so many people here. It's got to be 70, 80,000. It's really the biggest show I've ever seen, really.
Listen, I've never seen a thing like this before. Constantly, before the show started, I'm constantly telling you, I'm sitting here, wow, wow, these are my words. And to impress El Guapo, oh, there's got to be something going on.
And we've got a couple of special surprises, including, looks like we've got a torch ceremony where there he is, the man, the godfather of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu himself, Helio Gracie. And they're going to be handing in the torch. And Inoki, Antonio Inoki, the sensational product of Japanese sports here in Japan's Antonio Inoki, the idol who fought Muhammad Ali back in the 70s. Both Helio and Inoki jointly lighting the flame, and it's on.
Oh yes, and it's going to be on tonight.
Shockwave here in Japan is also called Dynamite, but it's all about, look at this, yeah.
Look at this shot, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a lot like the Olympics. It's such grand scale. There has never been a martial arts show like this, especially an outdoor martial arts show. Look at that shot. Wow, Dynamite is right.
It's Dynamite. Shockwave.
What's going on now? We have no idea because we don't want to really have an idea. We want to be as surprised as you folks at home.
We want to be shocked.
Yeah, we want to be shocked, and we're going to get shocked by Shockwave here. Now, what is this? Oh, what a spectacle. Look at that.
This is traditional Japanese. Look at these guys.
A drum orchestra here. Forget blast. This is the real deal. both you and I are drummers, boss. We can
yes.
appreciate this.
I really do. You know what? I think we should open a show one time, you and me. Huh? What do you say?
I'm definitely for it. It works here.
Yeah. Yeah. One style right here. Shockwave.
That's right.
Look at this view.
Introducing the fighters. The crowd, listen to that response for Wanderlei.
Oh my God, look at this.
This is bigger than the Super Bowl. There's Matsui. JERREL Venetian coming into the ring. It's going to take him a while. This place is bigger than the Tokyo Dome, really.
And introducing the fighters here.
From Holland, and he's got some serious kicks. He's got his trainer on his short tongue heron. Yeah, Big Daddy, Gary Goodridge. This guy can punch. Yeah. Whoa! Maybe the greatest heavyweight kickboxer in history, Ernesto Hus.
Mr. Perfect.
Oh yeah, he's the man. And probably the biggest kickboxer in history. Hus' opponent, Sammy Schultz. Whoa. Here he comes, Jerome Levander.
Listen to the people here.
Wow,
They're getting crazy. Don Fry.
Don Fry is getting an insane ovation here. Bob Sapp is in the house. Minotauro. Got a tough opponent tonight.
Oh, he does.
Royce Gracie, the man that made the world really look at ground fighting. This guy right here. Whoa! Man, this guy is so relaxed. Hirohiko Yoshida. Mirko Krokop is one of those kind of guys where he really wants to land that strike tonight against that guy right there, Kazushi Sakuraba, maybe the best ground fighter ever in mixed martial arts.
has produced some of the most aggressive and exciting fighters. What is it that Rudimar does to you mentally that makes you fight so aggressively?
Mentalmente, tecnicamente, fisicamente, hoje em dia todo mundo é profissional e todo mundo treina para lutar muito. Então, eu acho que ele é o pivô de tudo isso e muitos outros talentos virão.
The Pride Middleweight champion, Wanderlei Silva, is fighting again tonight, and he's fighting a guy from Japan, Tatsuya Iwasaki.
Tatsuya Iwasaki is a Kyokushin fighter. That means he's as tough as nails. I know because I trained the style of Kyokushin. So Wanderlei is going to do his best. He has to do his best to stop this guy, trust me.
But I think he's going to have a fairly easy fight with this guy because this guy never fought in mixed martial arts, but he did have an exhibition match with Sanai Kakuta from Pancrase.
Yeah, that's true, but yeah, it's an exhibition match, and like you said, he never fought mixed martial arts for real. The only thing we know, again, he's really tough. Wanderlei's got to take it to the ground, or maybe just try to stay on the feet, try to knock him out. If that doesn't work, take him down and finish the job there.
One of my favorite things about you, Wanderlei, is when you fight an opponent, you do a stare down. Do you practice that?
Não, na verdade, quando eu estou lutando, eu vejo o adversário, realmente me dá uma adrenalina, eu já estou condicionado a isso e já faço isso há muito tempo, então é uma coisa que quando eu vejo o cara, realmente já me sobe a adrenalina, eu já fico com vontade de lutar.
Do you think it's going to be submission or KO for Wanderlei?
For Wanderlei, yeah, it's going to be a knockout. It's got to be a knockout. I mean, he never goes for a submission. The guys like to hurt people.
I think once again, Boss Rutten and I are in agreement. I think it's going to be Wanderlei by KO also.
Tatsuya Iwasaki.
107.5 キロ。IWASAKI TATSUYA!
Now, this man is a Kyokushinkai karate expert who did train with the famous Mas Oyama.
182センチ、95キロ。WANDERLEI! SILVA!
And he's going to need more than a reverse punch to beat this guy, Pride Middleweight champion Wanderlei Silva. This is a non-title fight. And here's the infamous stare down. Yep. This is part of the ceremony of a Wanderlei Silva fight. There's the stare down, and it's a separate part of the fight, which people really look forward to. The crowd reacted. Tatsuya Iwasaki, coming in at 33 years old, is 7 years older than Silva. And he's going to really need to be focused. And probably, what's the game plan here, boss?
Well, the game plan is stay on your feet. Wanderlei is going to punch his head, which is not allowed in Kyokushin karate. He's got the high kicks, he got the knees to the head, of course. In Kyokushin, that's allowed. There we saw a kick to the body already. But I think he's going to be outclassed here by Wanderlei Silva. That was a knee already.
Got kneed, he's got the ground and pound. Wanderlei pounding away. It doesn't look good. Iwasaki doesn't have the skills here.
It's going to be a choke.
He's going to go for a choke, probably, right. Iwasaki got out of the way, can't hit behind the head here in the Pride Fighting Championships.
There's already some blood there.
Yeah, one of the many rules we have here. Iwasaki is susceptible. Wanderlei got the legs going, he's got the hooks in, going for the choke. Iwasaki tucking the chin. Iwasaki has got to turn and face Wanderlei. Having trained for 2 years under Yoshiki Takashi, who's a guy that you know from Pancrase.
Yep.
He needs to, actually, he's very relaxed, but he's going to need more than relaxation. Took some shots early on, took the knee, was knocked down by the knee, it looked like. Now Wanderlei letting go of the hook and going to go for the ground and pound, going to go for the soccer kick, and there's a kick by Wanderlei. Wanderlei's blasting away, and the referee stops the fight. He stops the fight. Silva taking care of business, ground and pound, got him out of there early.
Nice kick there. Cool him up. A few hammer strikes down. Bang, bang, bang. And it was the end of the story, exactly like we predicted. Wanderlei is too strong for this type of guy.
Yeah. Iwasaki took the fight on short notice. It seemed like they were having problems getting opponents for Wanderlei Silva. The event, you know, featured karate versus vale tudo, and it was 1 minute 16 seconds TKO by referee stoppage. Wanderlei Silva chalks up another victim very quickly. It was the strikes once again from Silva.
Yep, like I told you before, there are not used to strikes to the head in Kyokushin karate, and that's where you should go for things that they are not used to. And here's a lovely Ringo, hanging a lovely trophy here to Wanderlei. I tell you, man, it's going to be hard to find somebody who can defeat Wanderlei Silva.
Well, but you'd like to get in the ring at some point. Would that be a good match for you?
It would be a perfect match for me.
I think so too. As a matter of fact, Boz, I think that's a very viable fight. You against Silva, it's a respectful one because you both respect each other. But you have said before, if you ever come back, when, you'd like to fight the best. And look at this, bam!
Ooh, nice.
And then he just chops away with that right hand until the referee, Yuji Shimada, jumps in to save the other fighter. Now there's the knees. Wanderlei backing up. The guy's trying to pile drive him. The guy doesn't quite have. Wanderlei mounts him momentarily here and then starts to unload. That would be a spectacular fight. Bas Rutten versus Wanderlei Silva. It really would.
I think so too.
I'm here with the Dutch 2002 K1 champion, JERREL Venetiaan. JERREL, your first time fighting in the big show in Japan, mixed martial arts. What's it going to be like for you?
It's the first time. It's new for me, but I think it's just like another fight. I'm very relaxed.
So what are your best weapons as a fighter?
Best one my legs and my punching.
JERREL Venetiaan, he's the Dutch K1 2002 champion, and he's ready to rumble tonight. I mean, he comes from the Johan Boos gym. He trains with Ernesto Hoost.
That says it all. Every day sparring with Ernesto Hoost. No, thank you, not for me. This guy is good. Devastating striker, he can kick. The roundhouse kick he likes.
Yeah, you know, he's really strong, his upper body, but those kicks, I mean, like Hoost. Hoost likes that low kick, but that sets up the high kick. Will he be the next Ernesto Hoost? We're gonna find out tonight.
Matsui must be thinking, you're gonna come to Tokyo and beat me up
In my place?
And Venetiaan is saying, that's right. That's why he gave him the kiss at the beginning of the match. But Matsui is saying, you ain't gonna get out of this fight without an L in your loss column. So he's gonna take care of business. You like that, huh?
I love it.
Venetiaan stepping forward, probably got the instructions from his corner. Just let him go. Just start punching. And there's the sprawl again. And Matsui in position to get kneed right there, but Venetiaan,
Double drop kick.
flying drop kick there. A little bit short, to put it lightly. Matsui popping back up, and he doesn't really want to trade with Venetiaan, but I'll tell you, Matsui, when he fought Ebenezer Fontes Braga, he dropped a right hand when no one expected it, so you never know, he might crack that right hand, but I don't think he's going to hurt Venetiaan. Venetiaan going for the sprawl again, but Matsui grabbing the leg, and Venetiaan not knowing that he can knee to the head, I don't think.
I think he wanted to do it, but Matsui realized that he was in the wrong position and he right away turned on his back. They both look really fresh. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Look at this. Nice, Tim.
Good roundhouse kick by Venetiaan, and Matsui's got a little bit of a nick on him. He's starting to bleed a little bit. Venetiaan starting to impose the Thai boxing here. It's exactly what he should do.
And he's got him on his back. He's got to go to the side mount right away now. Why is he doing this?
I have no idea. You're absolutely right. You should go for the side mount, go for a key lock, because
there's no finishing.
Because we haven't seen Venetiaan in trouble of being submitted at all.
There are no holding.
Actually, he reversed him in this position.
Yeah. So far, Venetiaan has stolen back any debate of who is winning the fight. He's pulled ahead, but now he's got to be careful here.
Matsui's got to pull out now, out of this half guard, and do what we say in order to win this fight.
He's got to listen to us. With just a little bit over 3 minutes left, Matsui has got to basically, he's got a loose guard. He could just hop over into side mount. Just lift that right leg.
There no holding.
There it is. Oh, now he's got the mount. He's got the mount, but what will he do with the mount? Can he ground and pound? But Venetian is locking him tight.
He's got to watch out that Venetian's not going to turn him to the right now.
No hold.
Because he did it before.
Well, to finish.
It's quite dangerous when you're in a mount position and you put your arm around somebody's neck.
Yeah, because he could just flip you that way.
Yes.
But Venetian
looks like he's going for a leg lock. He wants to go for a leg lock, it looks like.
He's going to start grounding and pounding, but Venetian has got half a butterfly, and look at this. Venetian sweeps him off. Wow, good leg work there by Venetian. Matsui jumping up, and Venetian with a double front kick, up kick, flip Matsui over. Wow. Now Matsui down. And Matsui being implored by the referee to stand up. Matsui looking like he's having to make a little adjustment there.
Yep, that's a thing that boys have problems with, men actually too.
But Matsui, you gotta be careful.
1 minute and 50 seconds, sorry Steven. Matsui really needs to take down and Venetian is putting the hurt on him right now.
Because Matsui is telegraphing his takedowns. Oh, there's a badass low kick by Venetian. Venetian in control here. A good sprawl now, but he's not really driving his hips down, boss. He's letting his hips up, and he's going to get taken down again.
Yeah, but Matsui's not doing anything with it, so there's not a big...
But Matsui has no other option.
No, he does. He's got to listen to us.
Yeah, but Venetian chopping away, doing what he has to do.
Oh, he's doing a great job.
Keep busy. Just a little bit over 1 minute left. Unless, oh, look at this kick. I like that, scorpion kick. I did a movie one time called Martial Law, and Cynthia Rothrock, their great kung fu star, did that to me. Of course, she didn't hit me. It looked like she did. Oh man, I mean, Matsui, I love this.
Same position, center.
A scorpion kick.
Scorpion kick to the back of the head.
JERREL,
Venetian,
stand up.
look like we're going to have a restart.
Same position,
The center of the ring in the sprawl position.
Okay, same position.
Same position.
Same position.
But I don't see much changing.
Venetian,
if he knew the rules, he'd just start throwing knees here, but they got to let Matsui grab the leg.
I hear the corner for Venetian saying, telling him in Dutch to elbow the side of his body. Elbow right, see, he's listening good.
No spine line, okay.
You see.
But boss shouldn't be underhooking here. Okay.
Yes, and knee.
Yeah, just knee to the top of the head. But he does. I don't think he knows this. This is his first time, and he's doing well. Oh, look at that! Wow! What a good kick! But he must have pulled that kick because that would have knocked Matsui out before it's been a full power kick. Because Venetian can definitely kick. We're getting close to the end of the round. Venetian really has pulled ahead, been more aggressive, and there it is. Venetian doesn't really want to knee. I don't think he understands that. But here we go. It's the end of the fight, folks. JERREL Venetian has come here to Japan, to Matsui's town.
Oh yes.
Here outside Tokyo, and beaten DAIJIRO Matsui.
He said, "Do you really think that I came all the way from the United States to lose this fight? Oh, actually, from Holland to lose this?" The geezer says, "No, we're gonna win."
But the thing is, the guy from Holland came in with a lot of attitude, made the adjustments, reversed Matsui several times in the middle of the bout, showed a lot of composure. Matsui, in some ways, is becoming like the Gary Goodridge of the under 205-pound set. He's like the gatekeeper now. New guys like Venetian come in, and if they can beat Matsui, then they might get a shot at somebody tougher, and there's a lot of tough guys in that weight division. And here we go. Let's see what the judges think. I think it's definitely JERREL Venetian.
Same thing here.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジバット、JERREL。ジャッジ西、松井。ジャッジ三宅、JERREL。
Okay, JERREL Venetian has won a split decision
And the winner is...
Apparently the one judge that favored Matsui did like those takedowns.
Yep.
But, you know, it was a great first fight in, you know, Japan for JERREL Venetian. This kind of pressure, this kind of heat, like, for all these people.
Yeah, the thing about a takedown is if you take somebody down, you got to use the takedown. And Matsui didn't really use the takedown. You know, he jumped right into his guard. He didn't pass. He didn't do anything with it. So that's why I really think that Venetian won this fight.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I think Venetian was dominating on that third round.
His trophy broke. That's a hidden compartment there for when he goes back to Holland.
Here's the soccer kick by Venetian. Matsui getting out of the way and correct. Ouch! That hurts just to see that big foot flying upside. Matsui just looked at it like, oy.
That was a Steven Spielberg shot right there.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful, as if it was planned.
Venetian had so much power that he broke his trophy. All that, and look at this guy. I like this personality that he came in the ring with that stare down.
Yep, it's the, like I told you, the Wanderlei Silva stare down. He was here to fight, and he showed the people that he could fight.
How about you, man?
Time to get back to work, man.
November?
Time to get back to work.
Yeah. 2 years off for me. I might as well, you know, try to make some money now. And my God, I'm running out.
Yeah.
You know, my God.
I'm good.
So how long you been?
Huh?
How long you been here?
3-4 days.
Same good.
You got a last minute call as usual.
Hey, you're the man, though, dude. You never turn it down.
No, I'll get somebody.
You're exciting, bro. Are you kidding me?
I coach at Purdue University, West Lafayette. He comes over, he's come over, he's had a couple of guys come over, just train there. Man, I got the keys to the joint. It's just like training room, awesome. Rehab, whatever, weight room, cardio, whatever you need.
I need the rehab room. You guys can do it. I'll just be sitting in the rehab room. Jesus Christ. It's good to see you smiling, big man.
Yeah, well, you make me smile. You make me smile.
You need the smile, man. That's good.
You can't keep me down too long.
You're damn right.
You ain't gonna keep me down too long.
Nobody.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Believe me.
Should be fun.
You do some commentating?
Yeah, I'm gonna commentate a little bit. We'll do that again.
All right.
As an objective fan, the part that's the most exciting to me is the part that's most exciting to everyone, which is the quick knockout, no question. But then again, in the same token, the artistry of submission, it's the entire spectrum of what happens out there is exciting to me.
Listen, you shocked the world. You won against Mike Bernardo, one of the finest K1 fighters. Tell us about that fight.
Well, the fight was went down as the way I expected it to go. Before the match, days before the match, Mike was saying, he was 100% sure he was going to beat me, and which, I was almost 100% sure he was going to beat me until, my corner just said to me, Gary, you have absolutely nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. I don't think he can handle 260 pounds coming at him full bore for 3 minutes. So I said, okay, well, throw it at him, let's see what happens. So I just went out there, went from 0 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour in 2 seconds, and he was done in a minute and 30 seconds.
Lloyd, you're from Holland, and they've got some really great kickboxers over there. Why is it that Holland has such good Muay Thai fighters?
I don't know. I think maybe the competition is very high there. You have to prove yourself. You have many great fighters. Good competition, I think.
Are you any relation to Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No, not yet. No.
Big Daddy Gary Goodridge is one fighter that always cracks me up. He's got the gift of gab, but he's going to need more than that because he's fighting Lloyd Van Damme from Holland.
Oh yeah, and this guy comes from Shakuriki, the Shakuriki dojo, famous. Tom Herring is his coach, and they're famous for their Thai boxing skills. So one thing for sure, he can Thai box this guy. He can low kick also. If Gary knows that he can low kick, he will take that low kick, take him down, do a ground and pound, and that probably will be the end of the fight.
Yeah, I think that Van Damme is excited, but I also think there's a little apprehension because we don't know that he's ever been on the ground to do anything other than maybe, search for sand or in the beach or something. But I think he's going to get ground and pounded also.
The guy knows how to kick and to punch, and I hear that he's got a very good low kick. How are you going to handle that?
Well, we're fighting under the pride rules, so I don't think he's going to want to kick and punch too much because he's going to be afraid to get on the ground. So really, it's going to be open season for me on his head until he decides to do something. And when he does, I'll take him down to the ground, and I won't submit him. I'll just beat him.
One thing is for sure, boss. The audience here in Japan loves Gary Goodridge.
Oh yes, and especially after that stunt that he pulled off 2 weeks ago.
But I don't know that this guy right here, Lloyd Van Damme, loves Gary Goodridge because he's going to come out with a lot of aggression. The stunt that you were referring to, boss, was that a little bit over 2 weeks ago, Gary Goodridge accepted a K1 rules fight in Las Vegas against a bomber from South Africa by the name of Michael Bernardo. And few gave Gary Goodridge a chance of surviving. But not only did he survive, he blasted Bernardo out of there in the first round in a little bit over a minute. Now, Van Damme probably knows this and is probably going to be doing a lot of blasting of his own, probably with low kicks. So Goodridge, I don't know that he wants to stand with Van Damme. What do you think?
You do not want to do that. He's got a low kick from hell, so to say. Goodridge would be the plan. Go right in, take him down, finish it on the ground. Do not strike with this guy.
Okay, Gary Goodridge comes in, gets the body lock, and they're wrestling here, standing up. Gary Goodridge didn't waste any time. Got the clinch, double underhooks, boss. He's going to trip him down.
Yep.
And Gary has made no mistake. He said, Lloyd Van Damme, who, by the way, is no relation to Jean-Claude Van Damme, is in for ground and pound, and he said it goes back to the early UFC days.
Whoa, and there he is, the takedown. No, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I think Gary should mount him here. Although, the funny thing is, and this is a very rare occurrence, Lloyd Van Damme actually has a weight advantage on Gary Goodridge, and that doesn't happen very often. He's got 10 pounds on Gary at 257 pounds. Gary coming in kind of light at 247 pounds.
Yeah, I think a lot of those pounds are in the leg of Van Damme.
Van Damme seems to not have a clue here, boss.
No, I totally agree with you. Gary should go for the mount position and just start raining bombs and try to finish the fight. Look at this. He can mount him, and he will turn probably on his belly and then go for a choke. He can do pretty much anything he wants right now.
Van Damme doesn't even seem to be working to try and get guard. Okay, Mark Coleman in Gary Goodridge's corner is yelling at Gary to get him into the north-south position. That would mean that Gary would spin around and start to throw knees straight into Van Damme's head. Van Damme getting busted up here by Gary Goodridge. Van Damme can take a shot. He's had a whole lot of Muay Thai fights. At 30 years old, he's had 47 fights. Only 7 losses with 26 KOs, but it's not going to be a factor on the ground like this. Van Damme just eating left hand after left hand after left hand, and Gary can really hit, boss.
I know. Look at the size of his arms, and ask Mike Bernardo if he can hit or not. Bad game plan here for Van Damme. He should, what he should do, I don't know, because Gary is totally into his game here.
Is Gary going for a key lock here?
Probably, we can't see it now, but...
Yeah, it looks like Gary is working to set up that key lock, and he's doing it with strikes, but he gave it up a little bit. Gary not really worried about position here.
No, he's got to pull out his left leg and go for the full mount. That's what he should do. Why on earth would he not go for a full mount? These are good punches.
I know, but Van Damme is taking him on the forehead mostly. He's got a little bit of a bloody nose, but he's not really cut too bad at all. And oh, there we go. It looked like we had almost a little fish hook action now. That is not legal here in the Pride Fighting Championships.
Yep, and I don't know if it's a smart idea to do now with Gary because it will only piss him off, and then he could be very angry.
Well, one thing that Gary Goodrich used to do early in his career was punch himself out, and then he would be susceptible because of fatigue. But I think Gary really is blasting away. Now there's Tom Herring, the famed Chakariki trainer. I don't know what he's telling Lloyd Van Dam on the bottom, but Lloyd now is mounted.
Yes.
We got a little bit over a minute and a half left, and Gary's going to really drop some bombs here.
He's got to pick his shots. Whoa. He holds his head in place, and then he just rains down.
And Van Dam doesn't really seem trying to some Sakuraba moves there.
Which was a very smart thing to do. And there you go.
Oh, yes. Gary Goodrich. This was exactly as he said he would do. A ground and pound victory for Big Daddy. Van Dam overmatched in every way. No takedown defense. You know, it's tough. Van Dam in a K1 fight would have really been even odds against Gary Goodrich. Maybe even been favored to beat Gary Goodrich. But in a Pride Fighting Championship fight, it's got to be the Big Daddy. And there he is. You know, it was 3 minutes, 39 seconds, TKO by referee stoppage. And Gary is, you know, he's had a lot of losses, but only to really great fighters like Nogueira, Don Pride, Igor Vovchanchyn, Mark Coleman. But now he comes back and starts putting together a bunch of wins, and you know he's got a lot of ambition. He really does.
He constantly trains, and he trains with the best. He trains with good wrestlers. Mark Coleman. We got the big cat here, Tom Erickson. He trains with all those guys. He's got the Muay Thai instructor coach. He's doing his Muay Thai. He's doing his boxing, and it pays off. You see it. He's consistently working on his perfection to perfect his fighting game.
Yeah, he really does. You know, Gary has really seemed like he's worked on his pacing too, because he's laying on the bombs, and there they are. There's the embrace. Lloyd Van Dam never gave up. But it was the referee saving him from himself. And here is the double underhook. Look at this step back. Boss, that's a great move.
Yeah, he probably learned that from Tom Erickson.
Oh, yeah, because Tom Erickson being a Greco-Roman guy.
Yep.
I mean, he's got all those wrestlers. This was classic Gary Goodrich taking his time. And look at this, just blasting away.
He did the double chop. He probably stole it a little bit from Sakuraba to set him off and then go in with the hard strikes. And look at this, bang on the head. Oh my God, and another one to the head. And now the referee stops in. Perfect, very good call from the referee here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Look at that. You know, Big Daddy, he's so much fun. He really is. He really loves the fighting game. I mean, his enthusiasm. He talks a little bit of trash just to get things pumped up, but it's just part of the business. Van Dam maybe should stick with Thai boxing.
I think so too. I mean, I think this fight with not a lot of grappling experience. They said he had a judo background, but you know, it didn't look like that. He should, stay with Thai boxing or jump into a dojo, because right now Chakariki, Tom Herring, he joined forces together with Chris Dolman. They both have a gym now, and Chris Dolman is a ground fighter. He is the Thai boxing coach, so maybe in the future we see him back with some ground skills.
There's Gary Goodrich with Ishii, Master Ishii, one of the promoters of the show, and Nobuhiko Takada getting the congratulations from Gary Goodrich. Gary has made no secret that he would like a rematch with Nogueira, who defeated him with a triangle choke last year in Beasts from the East. But speaking of Beasts from the East, we've got coming up Beasts from the East 2, premiering in the United States on October 13th. More on that later. What do you think the people are going to be looking for in your fight with Sammy?
I don't know. I think because I make a lot of knockouts lately, I think they're going to look for a knockout. And I'm going to look for a knockout myself. So.
Do you feel any added pressure because you're fighting another Dutchman?
No. I mean, I know in Holland they're going to look, you know, that's for sure. But at the other hand, I'm used to pressure now, so it doesn't really matter.
Sammy, why did you not pursue a career in basketball?
Yeah, I should have started earlier with the basketball stuff, and I just want to do a sport that I can do alone, not with a team.
Oh, really? Yeah. And what do you think of Bas Rutten?
Bas Rutten? He's a crazy Dutchman, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Bas, he said you're a crazy Dutchman. Do you have any questions for him?
I don't know where he got that. Anyway, we're going to fight. You are going to fight Mr. Perfect. What do you think of Mr. Perfect?
Yeah, he's a great kickboxer, and he's a 3-time winner of the K1. So I think he's a strong fighter, yeah.
Do you think it's going to be possible to high kick him?
It's gonna be, maybe I'm gonna try.
Bas? Yeah. Sammy Schultz. Ernesto Hoost. I got to go with the Dutch guy in this one.
You know what, Steven? If I really think about it, I'm going to go with the Dutch guy, too.
You know, because you got two tall guys. You got one guy that's about 7 feet tall, that's Sammy Schultz. You got Ernesto Hoost, who's no shrimp at 6'5".
Yeah.
I mean, but can he get that roundhouse kick up to Sammy Schultz's head? I think he's going to go low a lot.
He's got to work low a lot. Sam has got to keep his distance, which is going to be very easy for him because he's 7 feet tall. He's going to use his reach, his long left punches, and his long left foot, his front kick. But Hoost probably train on it. He's probably going to try to counter that. Or maybe Sam knows that, and they're going to twist it around, and it's going to be a whole chess game.
I think it's going to be a chess game, but I think Ernesto Hoost is the chess player, and I think Semi, because he's a mixed martial art fighter, is going to be playing checkers. Got to go with Hoost by TKO via low kicks.
Yeah, and I go with the Dutch guy.
Okay, here we go. This is a clash of two titans from Holland. I am really excited about this fight. This is the first match under K1 rules of the evening. That man right there, possibly the greatest heavyweight kickboxer in history, Ernesto Hoost. Mr. Perfect, they call him, won the K1 Grand Prix 3 times. Only the second man in history to do so. The other man, Dutchman, Peter Arts. This man here, also a 3-time champion. He's a 3-time king of pancrase. That's something you know just a little bit about, Bas Rutten.
Yes, I do. I was also 3 times king of pancrase, and but it's totally different than Thai boxing. Ernesto here has more experience, way more. He had over 100 fights, Thai boxing-wise, and Sam Shield obviously way less.
Yeah, Sammy Schultz has got an obvious height and reach advantage, and we could call him lefty because he throws a lot of left front kicks and a lot of left jabs. And Hoost is, as you said, Bas, is going to want to stay away from that. Oh, looks like Sammy got a little low with the left front kick, and Hoost coming with overhand right, and they're in the clinch. I'm sure Sammy would love to take him down right now.
I think so too. This is the perfect distance that Hoost should fight him, close by, so he cannot use his length, and Hoost can use.
Oh, that left high kick, man. Sammy coming out after Hoost. He's really being aggressive here. That front kick, the theory is to redirect the front kick and low kick, but Hoost coming in. I actually asked Ernesto Hoost if he was going to try and high kick Sammy Schultz, and he laughingly said yes, but I don't know if that's going to be a winning proposition.
I don't think so either. I don't see a ladder in the ring either. So, and in order to high kick him, he's got to be very close to his opponent.
Well, it's been Schultz the aggressor. Hoost coming in with a punch combination, coming up short though. Schultz should really use that jab, which is his natural weapon. And there's the knees by Sam Schultz. I love seeing a K1 rules fight on a mixed martial art card like this. I think it's great that we've got K1 and Pride co-promoting event. There's the low kick by Hoost.
Yep, and another one.
Keep going. That's a great weapon for him. He does have thin legs, and Schultz throwing him down. Hoost does have deceptively thin legs, but those who have fought him said that getting kicked by him is like getting chopped with a razor blade.
Yeah, apparently his shins are very thin.
Yeah.
Sammy's doing a good job. I have to say there. The knee's going to come.
Yeah,
but they break it up.
Yeah, but under K1 rules, they don't allow clinch fighting like in regular Muay Thai in Thailand. But as I was saying before, the scope of this show, well over 70,000. I can. Oh, good right hand there by Hoost. there's a lot of people here, and they're fans of both Pride, they're fans of both K1. This is like an international trendsetter. Shockwave is I think. It's really setting the trends. I mean, there's never been a show, a mixed martial arts show this big. Never, not even close.
Look at Sammy moving. He's moving like he never moved before. He's doing a real good job. Ernesto is trying to feel the distance. It's going to take him around, I guess, just to see what the distance is. But Sammy is chopping away here with the knees and the left hooks.
I'll tell you what, this is the first time I've seen Sammy Schilt wearing Muay Thai shorts, and he's doing pretty good.
He's doing really good. He should throw his right hand more, though. And a right low kick would be really good to throw also.
It was a good first round for Sammy Schilt. I would have to give it to him. K1 is contested under 5 3-minute rounds. There are punches and kicks. Kicks can be made to the leg, the body, and the head. There's also knee striking, but unlike regular Muay Thai in Bangkok, you can't just clinch onto the head and start kneeing. They only allow limited amount of time in the clinch.
Yeah, which is not so good for Hoost right now, because Hoost wants to take this fight and fight him close.
I think Sammy Schilt would want it close.
No, I don't think so, because I think if Sam Schilt fights him close and he's too close, he cannot throw his knees. Hoost only has to put his hips.
Just threw a knee right there, though.
Yeah, that's to the head, but to the body, forget about it.
Sammy,
this is the distance for a knee for Sammy, the normal distance.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean, because Sammy, because he's so much taller than Hoost, he doesn't really need to bring that knee up that much higher to catch Hoost on the head.
Yeah, the head will be good, but Hoost knows that now.
But Hoost can't seem to find the distance yet with his punches.
Yeah, but being there so many times, he will find a way.
Well, it's interesting because Sammy, in one of his early mixed fights in Holland, fought Gilbert Eiffel, and Gilbert Eiffel just jumped on him and just blasted him out of there. But Hoost is having a hard time finding the distance. I think maybe that Sammy has really improved his stand-up since then.
Yeah, he's been training very hard. He's just a very devastating striker. What can we say? That's the thing that I want to see more from Sammy. A right kick or a right knee.
Yeah. Now Hoost switching to southpaw, which may mean that he's running out of some options in orthodox. There's that front kick. Hoost hasn't been able to redirect that. Coming in with left hook, right hand, but both those punches really didn't connect.
It's very difficult to reach him. He's so tall.
Can you imagine if Sammy Schilt put together about 15 or 20 Muay Thai fights? He might be unstoppable.
Yeah, the destruction this guy can do. It's crazy. This is his second K1 fight. His first fight he fought against
Musashi.
Thank you, Mr. Fight Professor. And he won that fight too. And you see now, stamina is going to be a factor. Hoost has been there many times. Oh, of course, Sammy, his stamina is really good because he's a young kid. But Hoost is going to try to work around and go for the right low kick. That's really a weapon that Hoost has.
Well, the interesting thing is both guys being Dutch, they can't really say, you're going to come to my country and take me on. But Hoost can say, you're going to come into my game and try and take me on.
Yeah. And the geezers were laughing.
Oh man, Sammy doing real good in the clinch here.
He should throw, in that kind of clinch, he should throw the right knee to the body.
Oh yes. Who's still trying to figure out his distance. It's not unlike Ernesto Hoost to use a couple rounds to find his distance before he starts cracking that left hook to the head and his right low kick. So don't count this man out. Actually, Hoost is pretty much the favored fighter here. But Schilt doing more than enough to acquit himself. I thought he won the first round, and he's doing really well in this round too. Frustrating Hoost with his distance.
Yeah, who wouldn't be frustrated? Ooh, there we go with the right hook straight, like a kind of a good
exactly, a good counter right hand.
Another one.
And Hoost didn't load up on that one, but Hoost is finding a chink in the armor of big Semi Schilt.
And there you go, the end of round number 2. Hoost is finding the distance now.
Yeah, well, Hoost started to take, I don't know if that Hoost won that round, but he started to come on. And if he starts to do more of the same in the third, it's going to really give Semi some problems. It's interesting, there's been various debates about the height of Semi Schilt. They used to say 6'11", but we heard recently 7'1".
Yes, he's 7'1", almost 7 foot.
Now, you know, Hoost usually is taller than most of the guys he fought at 6'5", but standing next to Semi, even a 6'5" giant like Hoost is just a little pipsqueak.
Yeah, and where do you find a sparring partner to try it out? I mean, there is no sparring partner that's 7'1" high. You know, you cannot put somebody on a box and let him spar you because that's not going to work.
Yeah, it's hard to move around when you're standing on the ladder.
Oh, yes. Let me see here what happens. Ooh.
And Who's trying to counter, but coming up short in that exchange. But here we go with round 3. Semi Schilt in the red and white Red Bull trunks, and Ernesto Hoost in the blue and white trunks coming in. Semi firing away with the left front kick, which has been so devastating in mixed martial arts for him.
A very good weapon for Hoost right here too, also with the right straight to the body. Set it up for a left into the head. But work the body first. One thing for sure, he can hit the body easier than the head.
Okay, now, what are the overtones here? That Semi Schilt is a pride fighter. He used to be Pancrase, but he's a pride fighter. Hoost is a K1 fighter. Is this pride versus K1 under K1 rules? In some ways it is.
Yes, in some ways it is.
Because if Semi Schilt wins, many people are going to think of it as a victory for pride, possibly.
Okay, there's a doctor check. And the check is for Ernesto Hoost. He's got a cut on his eyebrow, it looks like.
It's been a great tactical match so far, especially for the tall man in the other corner. Semi Schilt has done really well with that left front kick. Who's being administered by the doctor. I don't think it's anything serious.
No.
I don't think we're going to see a stoppage yet.
But this is a sign for Sam Schilt to hit that spot.
Yeah, and it would be his right hand that he would want to throw because it was around Hoost's left eye.
Sam should throw more than left kick to the body around. Nice left there.
Sami is really giving Hoost problems in this match.
Yep, no, Hoost came back.
But what I saw out of Schilt, oh, there's the knee, and it clipped Hoost just a little bit. Who's coming in with a long jab. Left hook to the body, and Schilt starts to continue even though Hoost was down. Flashing possibly on his mixed martial art career.
Oh, liver shot with the right straight to the head.
Absolutely, as you said, boss, liver shot with an overhand right. Hoost figuring out some distance, going high-low and low-high.
Yep, that's what I told you. Go to the body first. If you hit the body, then the head will be there.
I agree with you. I think Hoost should shoot a straight right to the body here.
Yep.
He's going high, high, high with that right. And there's the low kick, went under Semi's left leg. Semi cracking that right hand. I can't believe he's throwing a right hand in this fight.
He obviously trained on it. There was Hoost again trying to go for the liver shot, but now...
He was stopped by a right front kick by Semi Schilt, though.
Yeah, trust me, people at home, you will never see that in an instructional book. Stop the liver shot with the right kick. That was a nice stiff left jab there.
Okay, great! Okay, don't keep your hand over.
We'll get back to that instruction book thing later.
Yes.
Won't we? El Guapo.
Again, right for the body. 15 seconds left. Now, what can you do in 15 seconds? You need only one blow, they say.
That was a good left hook by Ernesto Hoost.
Not too much holding, okay?
And Sami seems to be momentarily winded, but he's still moving forward. He's tending to telegraph just a little bit, but I don't know if Sammy did good in that. You won't see a right front kick in the. You won't see a right front kick in the instructional book to set up a left hook, right?
Yes, no, you won't see that. And talking about books, maybe I should have put it in a book. Yeah. For the people at home, we are going to bring out the Big Boss Wooden's Big Book of Combat. There's the liver shot. This was a beautiful liver shot by Hus there, and then he slipped. But I bet you that was a good shot. Maybe we're going to see it again.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll show it again. So, boss, who is winning? Who's winning the fight?
I would say right now, I would
Okay, second out. Blue corner.
I would too. I think he's controlled that last round, and I think he outright won the first two. It's close. It's not. He's not dominating Hus by any stretch, but Hus really needs to get back in this. He's got to put Sammy down, maybe. He's got to do something more. Oh, good left hook by Ernesto Hus.
Yep, he found his distance. There we go again, and now he's following it up with the low kicks.
I think that Hus' trainer, the great Johan Bo, said, Ernesto, you got to take control in this fight.
Yeah, you got to turn it up a notch.
Keep going on.
Well, we've got 2 more rounds left in this fight scheduled for 5 rounds, and Ernesto Hus has to reassert the dominance that he exhibited in his entire career, where he's come from behind, knocked people like Mike Bernardo out, Jerome LeBanner, he's knocked out. He's got some big wins. He's got 2 wins over Peter Arts. They actually split there. They actually 2 wins and 2 wins. That's one of the great rivalries from Holland. But here, we may have a new rivalry forming in Semi Schilt against Ernesto Hus.
Oh yeah, you can say that again.
Keep going, keep going.
I don't know. Sam Schilt looked a little winded, and Ernesto came out bowling and shooting with his fists, that is. But can he continue this? There we go again with the right overhand.
Yeah,
but probably not enough.
Well, Ernesto Hus has said that one of the most dangerous fighters that he ever fought was the man from Croatia, the very first K1 champion. That was Blago Sikotic.
I was there. I saw that fight, and it turned out into a big brawl. Something illegal happened, and the whole audience started to throw beer bottles and everything. It was in Holland. He made a liver shot again. That looked like it hurt Sam. It was kind of liver and solar plexus.
Oh, and Sammy is distracted. You're right. He did get hurt by the liver shot. And it would be interesting to see if Hus goes to the body again with that left hook, because Sammy doesn't seem to like that punch, because Hus low kicked it pretty hard afterwards.
Yeah, he should set it up right straight to the head now, and then go with a left hook to the body.
Just a little bit under a minute left. Sammy clinching now. Hus seems to be winning this round, but he's going to put Sammy down. He's going to at least get a 10-8 round in order to really even the score up if it goes into the... Oh, good right round. Who would have thought that Sammy Schilt was going to throw a right roundhouse kick in this fight?
Yep, like I told you before, he's got to put a left jab. Look at those knees here. Ooh, to the head. And that was a good knee.
Being in a clinch with Sammy Schilt when you don't have takedowns could be a major pain in the noggin.
I think so too. You want to close it, this is really bad.
But Ernesto seems to have been, you know, partly rattled by those knees because he was just moving back without countering.
Ooh! He came with that left hook. It raised off the head of Sam Schilt, so it was not a direct hit, but it could be in round number 5, so it's still not over.
Yeah, well, it's some interesting body language there by Sam Schilt, leaning over. He looks tired.